so we is from right shoulder to left shoulder. So we proclaim and declare are the same thing. So it's from your lips out. Okay, so we proclaim the glory. It's like you're doing a double pump with spider hands from your other hand. Okay, so we proclaim the glory of God. So straight from your spider hands, you go from God. So it's with the G hand. So your hands are kind of open, and you just bring it down real smooth, because the song is really smooth. Bethany calls it a lullaby. Okay, so we declare the glory of God. We proclaim the work. So work is where you put your two fists together. You put your right one on top of the left one. Okay? So we declare the work of His. So it's like, Heil Hitler. Okay? But it's His, giving God all the praise. Okay? So His hand. And so you have your left hand out, your palm out like you have a plate on it. And then you come down it. Okay? Like you're emphasizing the hand. Okay? So we proclaim the glory of God. We declare the work of His hand. Then you go Lord. Okay, so it's like a sash, and with L hand, you go from your left shoulder down to your hip, your right hip. So the Lord lives. Okay, it's like you got shooter hands. And you come up. Okay, so the Lord lives, and praise be to Him. Exalted and praise would be the same thing. Exalted our Savior. And then it goes straight into the chorus. Once you learn the chorus, you'll have almost the whole thing. Okay, the chorus is repeated like 3 times. So it goes, and His glory. So it goes, and His glory is among us. Okay, so it's kind of like a lasso. Woo-hoo! Okay, it's 2 times around, and then a swing and a swish. Okay, and it's with the right hand up. So, and His glory is among us, and His peace. So it's like you have something in your hand, and you're smushing it and swishing your hands out. Okay, and His peace flows within. So it's your right hand, and you're going swish, swish, and then you're capturing it into your left hand. Okay, so, and His glory is among us, and His peace. So it's kind of like out to your imaginary waistline, okay? And His peace flows within, and His grace. So grace is a G hand, 2 little hands like this, 2 little fingers, and you go from shoulder to shoulder. So out from your right shoulder and then back in. It's kind of like whoop, okay? And His grace is ever flowing. So it's 3 bumps, and you take a step with your right foot out, okay? And His grace is ever flowing. This went black. Does that mean anything? Is it still recording? Hopefully. Okay. So if anybody's watching it, well, that'll happen, all right? And that's our lovely Jamal. Okay, so, and His glory is among us, and His peace flows within, and His grace is ever flowing, and it fills. So you come back at yourself, and you have like a candlestick hand, okay, and it's towards your body, and you're scraping the top. So, and it fills the hearts. So you take your 2 fingers and make a heart over your heart, and it fills the hearts of men. So you touch your brow and your chest, men, and it fills the hearts of men. Okay, so that's the chorus. That's the first verse in the chorus. So stop it so I can get the music on with it. Okay, so now it's with the music, so everybody try it. Okay, so we declare, the words are on the board if you can read them, I don't know. We declare, I don't know if you can hear it on there. We proclaim His hand. The Lord lives. Oh, okay. And His glory.
And His glory is among us, and His peace flows within, and His grace is ever flowing, and it fills the hearts of
Okay, then after the first verse, you go straight down because it doesn't do that repeat. Okay, so now the second verse, okay, is He is our rock. So we've already done rock before, okay? So He is our rock, our strength. Okay, make it really strong. All right, so He is our rock, our strength. He is our fortress. Okay, so it's like you have your fingers and the one's going through the other one. It's like a fence, okay? And you're having it up by about your chest or chin level, okay? So He is our rock, our strength. He is our fortress, and you do a double pump. Fortress, our stronghold. Okay, so it's strong and then smack it. Okay, hold. Yes. All right. So He is our rock, our strength. He is our fortress, our stronghold. We call to the Lord. So you go out, step forward on that right hand, and you just kind of go out like you're calling. La la la. Okay, can't see me that well. So call to the Lord. And we've done Lord before. It's a sash. The Lord who is worthy. Okay, so you have these two finger hands here. Okay, and you're going from the bottom to the top. Okay, worthy. This also means important. So God would be worthy and important. So, okay, so we call to the Lord who is worthy of praise, our rock, our redeemer. So just like we did Savior before, redeemer's with our hands. Okay, redeemer. All right, so let's do that verse. So, He is our rock, our strength. He is our fortress, our stronghold. We call to the Lord who is worthy of praise, our rock, our redeemer. And it went black. Okay, so we'll make sure that that's still on. All right, and then you go from that verse into the chorus again. All right, so let's play it with the music from the second verse in the chorus, and then we'll pause it before we get to the bridge. The second verse to the chorus again, okay? So are you getting this on? All right, so He is our rock, our strength. He is our fortress, our stronghold. We call to the Lord who is worthy of praise, our rock, our redeemer. And His glory is among us, and His peace flows within, and His grace is ever flowing, and it fills the hearts of men. And then the second verse it does go, and it fills the hearts of men. And the music builds so you can tell it's going to a bridge. Okay, and now I'm going to write the words on the board for the bridge, and then I'll teach it to you. So pause me. Okay, so we're going through it. There's the music. We declare the work of His hands. The Lord lives, and praise be to Him. Exalted our Savior, and His glory is among us, and His peace flows within, and His grace is ever flowing, and it fills the hearts of men. Okay, then the second verse. He is our rock. You gotta wait for the timing. He is our rock, our strength. He is our fortress, our stronghold. We call to the Lord who is worthy of praise, our rock, our redeemer. And His glory is among us, and His peace flows within, and His grace is ever flowing, and it fills the hearts of men. You can hear it's going to repeat. And it fills the hearts of men. Okay, so now we're on the bridge. All right, so it's His justice. And the students who had this before, we did defender. It's like you're holding a sword, okay, or a big pole you're going to use to fight somebody, okay? So his justice, okay, is like the great deep, okay? So his justice is like the great deep, and that's how she sings it, really regimented, bum, 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 okay? So you should feel that. So anybody that listens to this is going to think I'm crazy. I am, but that's how it is. Okay, so his justice is like the great deep. Okay, then it's black. Can you touch it so it's all right? Then his faithfulness. Okay, so you go from your brow again with an F hand. It's the same that you did worthy with. Okay, so it's faith. So like it's you touch him, and if you went like this, it would be your spider eyes. Woohoo! Okay, so his faithfulness stretches to the clouds. Okay, so you kind of look kind of weird. All right, so it's his justice is like the great deep. His faithfulness stretches to the clouds. You do one and then one. I think I messed it up. Okay, so his justice is like the great deep. His faithfulness stretches to the clouds, and it's like big fluffy clouds. You're making them with your hands. Okay, and you do left and then you do right. All right, let's try that again. So, his justice is like the great deep. His faithfulness stretches to the clouds. And then you go back into righteousness. It's with our hands, and it's the same move as faithfulness. So, his righteousness is like, I think we added this when you were not here, but it does work out in the timing. Okay, so his righteousness is like the mighty mountain. All right, so you do mighty just like you did strong before, and then it's mountain, where your right hand is below the left hand, and you're making a big boom, okay, like you're putting your hand on something really tough, okay? So his justice, let's start with his justice and review it, all right? So his justice is like the great deep. His faithfulness stretches to the clouds. His righteousness is like the mighty mountain. His hand. So you flip it over and you use this hand like we did here. Okay, earlier we do his hand reaches to heaven, and this hand turns up. Okay, reaches to heaven and back down, and you flip it and you have your toe pointed. Okay, I've heard that it looks a lot like a move that we would do in hula. Okay, but it's like this. Okay, a little bit more of that camera. Okay, yes. Okay, so his hand reaches. So his hand reaches to heaven and you flip him back down to where his, and that gives you 2 beats to stand up. Okay, so to where his glory is among us, and his peace flows within, and his grace is ever flowing, and it fills the hearts of men. Okay, so let's try it with the bridge and with the ending, and then we might have to start the whole thing and maybe go through it all with the people that have learned it if they want to. His faithfulness stretches to the clouds. His righteousness, like, to where his glory is among us, and his peace flows within, and his grace is ever flowing, and it fills the hearts of men. And do the chorus again. And his glory is among us, and his peace flows within, and his grace is overflowing, and it fills the hearts of men, and it fills the hearts of men. Then there's 4 glorious, and I want you to spin off. So it's Gloria, Gloria, everybody, Gloria, Gloria. Okay, and that's the end.